Thomas says, Zerbi had a good first season in Marseille in a very dodgy environment. He's used to pressure/circus, good football, knows his tactics, and feisty. He's what we need.
I mean, it's hard to know. Is he what we need, or is he just what we can get? That's the thing. I don't know which one I think is more true. I think what he's saying is true. I think Marseille was a complete circus before he joined, and it's a bit of a crazy club. I know the fans are crazy there as well. So he's not alien to pressure and stuff like that. He's definitely plays good football. He is exceptional tactically, absolutely exceptional. So that's something that really plays in his favour. But I don't know, the fact that a lot of fans are unhappy with it and it's already causing a bit of division, I think, and the fact that he can be a massive hothead in the dressing room as well, we've seen that. Is that a good kind of personality to bring into this environment? I mean, there are big question marks about that. So to suggest that he is what we need, I don't know. But at the end of the day, beggars can't be choosers kind of thing. And I'd rather him than nothing.
Yeah.
Or rather
he's never lasted. I mean, in Sassuolo, he lasted 3 seasons.
Yeah,
that's his biggest. That's his longest tenure as manager anywhere. 120 games, 1.38 points per matches. Well, obviously, Sassuolo were, not great. Adam Nathan says, people taking this at face value and getting caught up in arms about it are either doing it on purpose or just stupid. Zerbi can show Tottenham a potential bill for 250 million and ask them how much they'd like to save in staying up. It's trying to buy our way out of the shit. I mean, yeah, it is trying to buy our way out of the shit. But like I said before, it's the best option available on the current market right now. Who else would you prefer?
No, that's what you
over Zerbi?
I think, I think that's a reply. It's like a lot of people losing their minds over 5-year contract and all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, as we've said, if we go down, it's going to cost us a lot more.
Yeah.
Than the 250 million. Sorry, than the money it's going to cost to sack Zerbi if we do sack him. So, yeah, I think Adam's right. I think a lot of people are losing their minds over it a bit unnecessarily, because I think this is necessary to get him in, and it's a necessary, it's a crazy deal, but a necessary deal, and it kind of makes sense in the circumstances. But the circumstances are so bad that it's crazy that we've got here, I guess. And I understand a lot of people look at it and think, what are we doing? Like, you're crazy. What the hell are you giving this manager a 5-year deal for? And it is crazy. At the end of the day, what else can we do? What else can we do? We could go down, and then all of a sudden, they could cost the club 250 to 300 million. And that would be a way worse than giving him 50 million or whatever it is.
Yeah. Lucas says, we're giving 5 years to a ticking time bomb.
It's absolutely right. That's the truth. It's absolutely truth. It's like we put a ticking time bomb into a nuclear reactor that's melting. And it's already melting, guys. What's the ticking time? What's the time bomb going to do? How much more damage can it do? We're inside a nuclear reactor.
Well, I guess the only positive way to look at this is that with Zerbi, it always does blow up right at the end. But it always gets better before it blows up.
True. It does. Usually it's good for a short time, at least, at most clubs. So the whole thing is a nuts, but I think it's the best we can do right now.
Yeah. Talking THFC says, all this money we've splurged on managers instead of just paying what it takes to regenerate the squad at key moments under Poch really could have saved us 6 years of absolute bedlam. COYS, Daniel. So true, man.
Yeah,
if we'd just given Poch the painful rebuild instead of putting plasters over gaping wounds, basically these last 10 years, or however long it's been, 7 years, has just been a complete waste of time.
Mm-hmm. We've gone from manager to manager. How many managers have we had? 7 now? How many managers have we had since? Full-time
managers since Poch. So we went from Mourinho, Conte, Nuno,
Ange, Frank.
And Frank.
5.
Was there not one more in there? No, I think that was it. And then all the interims in there as well, like Tudor, Stellini, Mason.
Twice.
Yeah.
So 5 permanent managers, and how much does that probably cost us? You know, Frank was one of the was £8 million a year. Conte was £15 million a year. Jose was probably on a hell of a lot of money. Nuno, he's probably a bit more cheaper, but I think Ange was one of the cheapest as well. But if we just invested all that money we spent on managers into that Poch team, we would not be in this situation right now.
Yeah. Stokey G says Roberto De Zerbi lasted 1 year at Shakhtar Donetsk, lasted 1 year, 8 and 9 months at Brighton, and more recently lasted 1 year and 7 months at Marseille. Spurs are set to offer him a 5-year contract with just 7 games left of the season. I mean, it's harsh to put the Shakhtar thing in there because he literally left because of a war, not because he blew up. I don't think it got toxic at Shakhtar. But yeah, there's definitely validity to the Marseille and Brighton situations.
Yeah, and it was very odd, I have to say, when he left Brighton. Everyone was like, okay, he's going to get a big job, like Liverpool, something, or whatever, United. He's going to get a big job. It was very surprising he did end up at Marseille. I don't know what to learn from that, but why did he go to Marseille and not wait for a bigger opportunity? I thought that was quite odd, and obviously he only lasted 1 year.
He took a job very quickly, though, at Marseille. It seems as though he just jumped in like way too quickly. Maybe that was the situation. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was very odd. I thought that was very odd.
Because it says here that he was in charge at Brighton up until the 30th of June 2024, and he took the job on the 1st of July 2024.
Right.
Literally the next day.
Well, I guess that's just when his contracts went out. I think he was announced he was leaving Brighton at the end of the season, and then his contract ran out on the 30th of whatever. So I can't remember exactly how. Whatever, I don't know. But yeah, it's very confusing. I mean, he's been linked with a lot of top jobs, but never really been seriously in the running, it seems, for a lot of them. Like, there's been a lot of talks about him with big clubs, but it never really happened.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at Premier League jobs, what job was available in that summer?
No, Spurs wasn't. We had this Ange going into his second season. Trying to think. Yeah, I guess not many. You know, Villa, Newcastle, all. I guess he had the Chelsea job. Maresca took that one.
Yeah.
United.
I'm saying that the timing wasn't really there for him to take that big job.
I guess he could. I think Ten Hag was. They could have sacked him and got to.
I mean, he was linked to Manchester United for the summer.
Yeah, but they didn't.
For this summer coming up.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
All right, the next one is BLTHFC saying De Zerbi is our best bet of staying up. If he keeps us up, I don't care what happens next season. This is the state Enoch, Vinay and Lange have left us in. Don't like it, get them out. Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
100%. You know, this isn't an indictment on De Zerbi as a manager. This is all about the situation that this board have left us in. And that's what it always comes down to under every manager at this football club.
The fact that this kind of deal is necessary is an damning indictment on this board. Damning.
Yep. Jacko Cat says, I guess our next manager will be De Zerbi. Not a big fan of him as a personality, but his tactical brilliance is undeniable. I would have preferred someone else for extra football reasons, of course, but let's get behind it if it happens. Yeah, I'll fully get behind it if it happens. Like I said, I do think if he can keep us up, then it's suddenly we can look forward and get excited about something.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting. I think there's going to be, I think, until we play that first game, there's going to be a lot of division, I think, amongst the fans. A lot of people don't want him and stuff. But once we have that first game and if we do win or whatever, we do play well, I think a lot of people start to get on board a lot quicker. That's how it is in football, isn't it? It's a results game.
Georgia Killier says, people seem to refuse to look at the facts when it comes to De Zerbi. They just see a big name and think it's the best option. First manager in Brighton's history to go winless in their first 4 matches in charge. Left Brighton because he fell out with Bloom over transfer strategy. Left Marseille because he threw his toys out the pram and lost connection with the dressing room. Is a massive hothead who squares up to players in training, telling them to call their agent and to bring them here. Tottenham Hotspur is as unstable as it's ever been in its history, and this appointment won't make it better. There is absolutely nothing to suggest he is a long-term solution. Well, there is nothing to suggest he's a long-term solution because he's never been a long-term solution anywhere. But I feel like these stats that he's brought up is just part of his own narrative, basically.
What do you mean?
Well, it's obviously he's not in favour of bringing Zerbi in. He doesn't like Zerbi. And for him to say, like, oh, he's the first manager in Brighton's history to go winless in the first 4 matches in charge. I mean, they finished 6th that season.
Yeah, so can't it? But I guess he's saying that as if to say we need a immediate uptick, and he didn't win his first 4 games. I think the thing is with these kind of tweets, which I think there's a lot of, I think everything he says is probably right, to be honest. The only thing I disagree with is when he says people think it's the best option just because he's a big name. No, that's not why. He's the best option because we are literally got no one else.
But who is a better option than Zerbi right now? Is it Glenn Hoddle?
You know,
is it Harry Redknapp?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it Ben Davies?
Tim Sherwood? Is that who we're? This is
Chris Hughton. I've been hearing.
This is the pool of managers we're shopping in at the moment. So, if you want to make the case that any of those are better options than De Zerbi, I'd like to hear it because I don't buy it. Personally, none of those are current active managers. Yeah. To be honest. So I don't buy that they're better options. This is not me saying De Zerbi's a good option. I think it's not a great option right now. As much as I like him as a coach, I think, everything surrounding him, I'd rather not do this. I think it's a bit crazy what we're doing, but we're in a crazy situation. So crazy times call for crazy measures.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, 100%. And Seb Martin says, people saying De Zerbi keeps us up because he's the best manager tactically, etc. You think in 2 weeks' time we'll be playing free-flowing attacking football? He's barely got any time to get the players playing how he wants them to. We also don't have the squad ready for his style. Our midfield cannot do it. That's why people are focusing on character. If De Zerbi comes in and explodes, as he's done at every other club he's ever managed, it will be a complete disaster. He doesn't even want the job. We're literally throwing millions and millions at him to beg him to take it. That's how much fight you think he really has. So how much fight do you think he really has?
I mean, that's a good point, the ending point. I think the fact he didn't want it and we just chucked money at this situation, is he coming in like he's doing us a favour coming here? Or is he, is he actually going to buy into Tottenham and everything?
The reality is, though, like if he keeps us up, he's going to... trust me, he'll want to keep us up. You know what I mean? Because his bank balance will be very healthy after that.
Yeah, I think what Seb's saying is absolutely true. I mean, what is he going to do with this squad? Is he going to try and get us playing De Zerbi ball straight away? Is that realistic in the current situation and the time frame he's got? Those are all very, very good questions. And look, none of them have simple answers. He might get us playing good football quite quickly. Who knows? But it's unlikely, I would say. But he might try. But at the end of the day, we're all out of a lot of options here. We are all out of options, and I hear every criticism. I hear everyone who's not maybe delighted with this appointment or has lots of reservations, and I hear all their reasons. But if you're going to tell me, I don't want him because of X, Y, and Z, so let's get Harry Redknapp, then what are you really saying? Let's just go down.
I think the big thing is that how are the players going to take to this? What are the players thinking right now after going through Frank, Tudor? Are they excited at the prospect of ending the season with Roberto De Zerbi and looking forward under Roberto De Zerbi? Or are they just thinking of it as maybe some fans are thinking about, this just smacks of desperation. This guy's going to be off within a year to 18 months. Like, how are the players actually thinking about this? That's the big thing.
Yeah. I think there'll probably be some excitement, I would assume, but I don't know. I don't know how we've seen by players within the Premier League. With is he seen as someone people want to work under, or is it seen as a bit of a hothead who just you probably don't want to get on the wrong side of kind of thing?
It's been an ITK SZY Priv saying De Zerbi has agreed a deal to become Tottenham permanent head coach, 5-year deal, 15 million unconditional bonus, and 46-year-old already among the highest earners in the Premier League.
15 million unconditional bonus.
So what's he, you're getting 50 million at the end of the season regardless?
Oh, I thought bloody hell. If that's true. He's really
that can't be true. Surely if he's not going to get this bonus if he takes us down.
So what else did it say? So 15 million, 5-year deal, 15 million unconditional bonus. Bloody hell. I mean, no wonder he's agreed it. If that's true.
What the hell is an unconditional bonus, though?
Just means bonus for being.
You get. It's basically like a signing on fee,
yeah,
basically.
Essentially. That's what it sounds like. Money talks, man.
15 million to get us relegated. Can you imagine? If we go down, we got to pay this guy 15 million. His first home game is against Brighton.
Oh, wow. I think this tweet from Premier League panel sums up. It says, Spurs hierarchy are acting like gambling addicts in a casino, down to their last few quid. Zerbi on a 5-year deal was one of the highest paid coaches in the Prem. When there's a real chance of a championship football slashing revenues, boom or bust scenario, gambling the future of the club. That's kind of how it feels, for sure.
I mean, yes, but
it feels like
what can they do right
exactly,
now?
if we are.
They put us in this situation.
He's absolutely right. We are completely gambling, and
we had to gamble.
But exactly, it's like if we don't put the money on and put it on, if we don't put a chip on a number on roulette, then we're going down. So we have to at least chuck the chip somewhere, put it on a number, and let's just hope our number comes up. Because if we don't put our number down, we're so we've lost so much that if we don't win this, we're going down.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yep.
But he's absolutely right. This is 100% a massive, this is like how a gambling addict would act.
So true. Just sad state of affairs, man.
But we have to gamble.
Yeah, we have to. We've got no choice. But it's it's because of them that we're in this situation. They've put us in this situation.
You can take that off now. Yeah.
It looks as though Roberto De Zerbi will become the next Tottenham manager. But, yeah, I'm sure some news is going to be breaking pretty soon regarding De Zerbi.
God, yeah, we're just waiting for any further updates. We have heard that we'll probably hear at some point today his intentions. There's little things coming out, little whispers that the deal has been agreed. Nothing official yet.